Hey everybody, happy holiday. It's January. Do I have to say that anymore? Happy hangover and happy hat picks. I'm Steve Dangle and this is the first edition of Steve's Hat Picks in 2019. That's where I look at the past week and pick 3 plays from the NHL that I thought were worthy. So why don't we start this year off with a bang? And with the theme of the new year, this time of year we usually talk about things we're gonna stop doing. So let's make our first hat pick a stop. John Gibson of the Anaheim Ducks robs Joe Thornton.
2 points back of the shot. There's a shot to save and a rebound back to the net. How did Gibson stop that? I don't think he saw it. It just hit him.
Okay, you often hear the term desperation save, but to me that usually just involves a goalie blindly flailing to one side and hoping for the best. But dude, look, Gibson tracks the puck the entire way.
Look at Gibson fighting to get back and knocks it with the stick. Shout with the stick to keep that puck out.
Joe Thornton's just like, see, this is why I pass. When someone breaks up a nice passing play, it usually doesn't end up on the highlights the next morning. Or in Steve's hat picks. Do you think Joe watches? Hey, maybe 2019 is the year John Gibson wins the Vezina Trophy. What do you think? But one more time for good measure, this is a hat pick for sure.
Remarkable save by Gibson.
Number 2, that's a paddling. Here's Carter Hutton with a paddle save of his own, this time on Josh Bailey.
He's going to the net, the shot. Whoa! What a save by Carter Hutton!
First and foremost, shout out to Rick Jenneret. That's just a fantastic call, first of all. And second of all, 2 weekends ago, he was calling a Sabres game and had to leave the arena on a stretcher. The very next weekend, he was calling a game, and he's still got the pipes, man.
He came out of nowhere to get the paddle on the ice and to come up with nothing but robbery.
But he's just calling the action on this one. The star of the show, Carter Hutton. Now, I don't know if it's a distinction he necessarily wants, but Carter Hutton is one of the few players in the NHL this season to have appeared on both hat picks and dangets. I said it before, I'll say it again. If you're a goalie and you don't want to show up on dangets, stay in your net. Hutton stays in his net on this one, and what a stop.
That's Josh Bailey. He had counted this one already. He's just wondering how that not go into the net.
Gibson's paddle save on Thornton, that was sort of a controlled play. Everyone was standing still. This one was on the fly, so it was even faster moving.
Carter Hutton sticks out the shaft of the stick and the paddle, and he takes that away from him.
Oh, just looks like such a gimme. That's a good one, and that's why it is in this week's Hat Picks. Steve, you haven't shown any goals this week. Oh, I'm about to, so here's number 3. Matt Barzal scores a hat trick against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Matt Barzal with a hat trick tonight in Toronto.
But that's not any ordinary hat trick, my friends, is it? Matt Barzal scores a hat trick in the Islanders' first game against the Toronto Maple Leafs after John Tavares left the New York Islanders for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You could tell right from Barzal's first goal, he was fired up.
Johnny Boychuk, he waits, takes the shot, to score! A deflection in front by Matthew Barzal.
And he was scoring goals every which way that night.
Nelson's pass through for Letty over Barzal. One-timer, tip, score!
And the boys from Long Island made it a long night for the Leafs.
It's Barzal, he shoots, scores! A hat trick from Matthew Barzal.
And not just the hat trick and not just the fact that it was a stinging one in a revenge game. There were 2 incredible stats to come out of this. Shout out Sportsnet statman Stan Narodka. Matt Barzal's hat trick against the Leafs was the first Islanders hat trick against the Leafs since who? John Tavares. I don't know. That just sounds like it's funny enough to make sense. No, that was the first Islanders hat trick against the Leafs since Mike Bossy. It's been a while, and of course it had to happen in this game, right? But lost in Barzal's dominant performance and the fact that it was a revenge game, Robin Lehner picking up the 36-save shutout, which, by the way, was the first shutout by an Islanders goaltender against the Leafs in Toronto ever. In 88 games, the Islanders didn't have a shutout against the Leafs until this one. Yeah, no, sorry, that's a hat pick for sure.
Robin Lehner, his second shutout of the season, the 10th of his NHL career. And on the first night John Tavares faced the team he used to captain, His Maple Leafs are shut out.
So those were my hat picks for this week. What do you think? Would you have taken something out? Would you have put something in? Maybe you just don't like my face. Leave a comment down below. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends, and may your 2019 be full of hat picks.